I never know what I'll find. But honestly, that's the best part. It might be something small, something forgotten, buried in the earth for decades or even centuries. But the second I uncover it, there's a rush, a thrill, because I know I've just brought a piece of the past back to life. Every discovery tells a story. Some are tied to history, others to lost treasure. But it's not just about the find. It's about the moment, that feeling, and sharing it with people who really understand the excitement. That's what makes this more than just a hobby. It's a passion, a connection, a community.
It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, it's a big detection show.
Good evening.
Good
Slight
evening.
interruption there.
How the
Yes.
devil are you?
I'm tickety boo, thank you, David. And you? All good?
Bright light. I'm
You're
yeah,
very
I'm all right.
bright tonight. Yeah, you've got a LED thing going on. But
I
yeah,
normally do, but tonight it's just been a bit odd. That's better.
and I have
How the
problems
devil
with
are
my...
we?
I'm good, thanks. And the sun is out, and the sun gods are shining. They're drying the ground, and I'm looking forward to the coming months for detecting, because it's getting to that point now where we wear shorts and we can sit in the field without getting covered in mud, which is lovely. Well, it is down south anyway. I don't know
When
about
have you been out to
you've probably
play?
got some. I went out to play on Saturday with the Leg End 2, and oh my god, I like the Legend, but it didn't quite cut it for me. It was a good machine. I enjoyed it. Retard loved it, and a lot of young people do. But the Legend 2, I'm really enjoying. Really, really good. And it's punching some depth as well. And there's been a lot of YouTube videos and stuff. And there's only one YouTuber who's been on the show, who we know very well, who's been honest about it. But yeah, so far so good. I didn't find much, but what I was finding was so James had a Manticore, and I had the Legend 2, and I think people are. I don't know what Dilek's going to say with this, because in my eyes, for the money, you've got a Nox 900 or a Legend 2, the same sort of money. But I think it. I don't know. People are comparing it to the Manticore, but I'm really enjoying it at the moment, very much so. Have you been out to play?
Sadly not. Lots of things going on at the moment. House stuff, work stuff, union stuff.
Don't
I'll
worry
be
about
going
that.
I'm going away to that place that I despise for a week in June. So
Are you going to London?
no, the other one. The one I send you videos from. With a big tower
Holland.
behind me, complaining in the rain, and you're laughing at
Oh,
me.
you're not, are you?
I am.
What are you going
Yeah.
there for?
Because I'm a delegate at I'm a GMB union rep and I'm a delegate at the Congress there. Do you know? Stop doing things.
That's GMB, not GB News. They're totally different things.
Good Morning Britain.
Yeah.
So
Willis.
I am a. Do you know?
I bet Matt Kent like Wincy Willis. Talking of people in the chat, got quite a few people in there. Got Stephen Brame, hello, Charlie Dreamer. Oh, before I forget,
we've got somebody new. Jeff Valerie Reed from Waterville in Nova Scotia. Welcome, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Big fan of Nova Scotia. I've got an open invite to go to Nova Scotia.
Hello, Philip Wills, Matt Kent, Wayne Rowlands. Hi, Wayne. Hi, Matt. James Barnes. Hello, James. I'm very interested, James, because you've got the new shafts from the guy in, is he Germany or Russia? The one who I recommended on the show months ago, 3D printing, absolute brilliant. He's got a compact shaft for the Reuters Versa, and I think his Deus too, which I think a lot of manufacturers spend so much time on the control box, the hand grip, and the coil, and forget about the shaft. But the one, what's his name? Kay, put it in the chat. I highly recommend this guy. 3D printing shafts. He'll put it in. Oh, the Haggis King. Yes, James, you have. What's the name? Because I think he's got a website, but it's all in German, I think. But it's really, really good. And I want to get one for my Reuters Versa.
Shaft Kaiser.
No, it might be Poland actually. James is probably trying to work out.
That was quite amusing then. Das Shaft Kaiser.
Yes, it is quite good.
I need to. I'm going to call myself that from now on.
So tonight we've got someone on the show.
Yes, we do. We have somebody new, somebody who we've not had on the show before, and somebody with a something that they bring into the hobby that I find very exciting. Don't you, Adrian?
For me personally, it's the best thing for me that's happened in years in the hobby, and it's free. And
it's what?
And we'll find out why. It's free and it's secure and everything. But I inherited my dad's coin collection, and there's issues behind that, and we'll explain that. Chris will come on shortly. More importantly,
say it again. It's what?
What?
It's
free. Yeah, and people, when you find this hobby, you love it so much, and all these guys in the chat, the community, you, me, we all get on really well, and I've helped a lot of people out in the hobby, and so have you, Dave. And people don't know what we've done, and probably never will do, but we do things for free and we help people out, and it's because we all love each other and we enjoy the hobby. And it's true, isn't it? We do this show, we don't get bloody paid for it, do we? We probably get 3p a month from YouTube or something. But Chris is.
I'm talking of which, while you've just said that, for anybody who does watch the show, who has got an advert at the start of the show, I'm waiting for Adrian to respond to a text I sent him about 4 hours ago, but we might be having to change the adverts a little bit in the future. You know, his message is looking at. See, they're so highly.
No, I've got an idea.
This video's in my head in tonight.
No, I've got an idea behind that. I've got an idea behind that. Yeah. Hi, John Clayton. I hope you're well. So I'll just show this. So James Barr's Rust Camarade 3D. If you put that in Google, you will find some amazing additions to your metal detector. Thanks, James. And I highly recommend the DS2 rubber pinpointer holder, which I've had for about 3 years now, and it's really, really good. Cy Webber's in the chat. Hi, Cy. Which
Cy
brings me
Webber,
on.
who needs to come onto the show soon.
Yeah, well, I think he's going to have to, because he's guys have created something which is quite amazing, really, from a little, well, not a little Facebook group, but Cy's got an app now, and it's still in sort of testing mode. So if you find issues, now this looks big on my screen. What? Oh, sorry, cool. Acid reflux.
What looks big on your screen?
No, it's going to look big, but it's because it's designed for your mobile. So stopwishingodigging.com, stopwishingodigging.com is an app here, and you can see on here, these are people who've posted things. Let's heart that. And you can like things, share things on here, and there's lots of stuff. So it's like a Facebook, but
it's like a social media thing, which is primarily for people's finds.
Yes, but I haven't got, do you want to make sausages advert, or do you like cheese? But more importantly, there's a log here, so I can log my finds. There's a map here. I don't know how close this map goes. And then you've got a profile. And it is swish and really, really good.
Have you only got one profile picture?
And look, and you can post pictures of yourself. But Stop Wishing Go Digging app, and you can install it to your homepage on your phone as well. It reminds me very much, Dave, of Just Detect, which went live about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yes.
But unfortunately, the developer
was a cock end. I've done it again. I've said what I think.
He disappeared, but
he disappeared.
But I'm looking forward to how that develops, because unlike him, I don't like the Book of Faces. And if I want to see something which is purely just metal detecting without ads, and it's good. It's good. I think it's really good. So, Cy, we'll get you on the show soon to talk about it.
Yes, Cy, and you will say thank you. Maggie Molly May, merry birthday. Mummy says.
Oh,
and so do we now as well. Happy birthday, Maggie Molly May.
So we got that. And there was also something else, Metal. Well, we spoke last week about Detectable being postponed. Hopefully soon we'll hear about Rodney Cook.
And last week, Digstock took place in America and went exceptionally well, according to Matt. And help, my mind's gone blank all of a sudden.
Helen, Shirley.
His
wife. Just say his wife, Dave. Just say his
Martin's part. Jess. Sorry, Matt and Jess. Matt and Jess, Dave, obviously, I've contacted them to see how it went. They said it went absolutely fantastic. And they will get back in touch with me in the near future. Obviously, they've been very, very busy sorting things out. So, is Digathon happening this year? Which one's Digathon?
The one that didn't happen.
Cake. I like cake. Lady Martin is not on holiday. She's 70th.
She's
70th birthday, and she's having a 70th. Happy birthday, Donna. Happy 70th. She's having a week of doing 70th birthday things for her 70th.
Yes, and joining the WI. But yes, Donna will be back soon.
She's doing the WI if they allow her to get into this branch after what happened at the other branch.
Yes. I don't think a bikini contest went down very well.
Well, it wasn't a contest. It was a bloody showing cake contest, but she turned up with a cake and a bikini.
Andrew T, I hope you're well, Andrew, and Canadia's looking after you. he wrote to Oliver Gower, no reply. Yes, I bought raffle tickets and haven't had a reply, but no doubt. Oh, Dean McAvady, happy 70th, Donna. Oh, that's very nice. Matt Kent, cabinet handles will be sent out tomorrow. It's all kicking off.
Yes, Matt Kent sent me a small video, which hopefully I'll pay later on. He's met up midway with Wayne Rowlands today. They've met up at Regden's, which is midway between their homes, and Wayne's delivered Matt a fantastic cabinet.
Like he made.
So he sent me a small video of said cabinet. Anyway, without further ado, we've kept him waiting long enough. Should we bring on Chris?
Yes.
Good evening, Chris. Pleasure to meet you.
How you going?
You all right, Chris?
How the devil are you?
Not bad, not bad.
How long does it take to actually do your hair like that?
Seconds. It's like it's got this glue stuff, you know.
Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah, let's.
Just because Adrian's going bald, I just wanted to talk hair.
Yeah, it's stress, kids.
Yeah.
Me and Matt had a good chat on the phone today, and we were getting on really well. Really good bloke, but Matt has introduced something into the hobby, which those of you who are watching tonight probably thinking, "What's all that about?" Now, I'll explain where I am with my finds, and then I think Matt can say what he's introduced. Chris. Well, no, Matt.
I thought you'd been talking to someone else.
No, yeah, he is. He's sitting on a beanbag here, but he's mute, deaf, dumb, blind. So he won't understand. So you find a coin artifact and you put it in a coin. Let's say a coin. You put it in your little pouch, and you log it and mark it, and that's fine. But Chris has got shit handwriting. I've got shit handwriting. I'm not good writing on bits of paper. I inherited probably 1,000 coins from my dad when he died. He tagged all the coins like 1A, 2A, and then he put a sheet of paper and wrote about them. And it's faded. I've lost sheets and it's all gone pear-shaped, and I need to recatalogue them. So Matt came up with something, and before I introduced Matt to explain about it, this is free. And more importantly, there's no data saved on Matt's servers. So, Matt, if you want to explain why you did it and how it works.
Sure. So, realistically, it comes down to this. I mean, I've got wallets like this with some coins in them because I don't find very many because I'm not very good at this. I'll come back to that. So you got coins. My wife got this lovely cartwheel penny, and there's a Roman minim, tiny little thing. And, you know, this hobby is a great hobby. I love it. And I've been doing it realistically, solidly since last January. So I'm a newbie. And the benefit of being a newbie at this is you come at it with fresh eyes. And I come from a technology background. And so, you know, all my finds were basically stacking up in pots and bits and pieces. And I'd end up with I'd buy a coin, for example, like this $50, which is a nice little coin, but it'd have a scrap of paper in the back. And you go, okay, I know what it is. It's a $50. What did I pay for it? Where did I get it from now? I can't remember. And I think it's something to do with the getting older part. Let's not look at the bigger. You know, and you go on digs and they all merge into one after a couple of weeks. You know, the one dig, the outstandingly brilliant ones stick in your head, and the outstandingly awful ones stick in your head. But the rest kind of all just get a bit jumbly. And so I say I wrote on bits of paper. I can't write for love nor money because, you know, I type all day and keyboards and stuff. So I can't read my own writing. It's like as bad as a doctor's. And I thought there's got to be a better way. So I need a piece of paper in here that I don't really want to have to write on it, and I don't really want to have to keep typing it. You know how you go into Windows and you open Notepad and you type in some details, and look, every time you type details in, they're different, and every time you print something off, it's a different size and shape and all this, and it was actually getting to me, and I thought, I can do better than this. I work in technology. So I came up with this labeling system, which, I mean, Relic Tag is an awful, awful name. It really is. I just couldn't come up with anything that was short enough to be memorable and had some sort of bearing on metal detecting and numismatics and stuff.
I struggle with that.
And so I came up with this, and I work in, as I say, I work in IT. I work in the web and stuff, and I love QR codes. So they were a given, really. So basically, what it comes down to is why is it free? Well, I made it for me. That was the primary purpose of it, and then I thought, after I'd made it and played with it and did a few things, I thought, you know what, metal detecting, and I'm sort of getting a bit sad here, but metal detecting is the people in metal detecting are what make metal detecting brilliant. I mean, it's a highly addictive hobby, as you know, as everyone knows. But yeah, metal detecting, the people are just lovely, and they've made me feel exceptionally welcome. And you know, it doesn't matter what you do for a living, whether you're retired or whether you work in tech or whether you work at a building site. It's just you, the dirt, and the metal detector, and then there's lots of banter and lots of fun, and so that, for that reason, it was like, well, yeah, technically I could put a charge on this of some description, but what's the point? It doesn't cost me anything. Like, now I've made it for me. It doesn't cost me anything to keep it up online, and it doesn't cost me anything to keep it running. And so I'm not interested in what you've got and where you found it, because you've found it already. You know, what's the point in you know, that harvesting data stuff and whatnot? It wouldn't mean anything because you've already dug it out of the ground. So like I say, so the labeling system is this. So this is the sheet of paper, which eventually, when you go through the process, you get one of these out your printer, and I've made it into 4 labels now. It was just one, but I had a few comments about it being a bit wasteful on paper. So there's a couple of different ways of working it. There's numismatic labels and there's metal detecting labels, and they're kind of different because, of course, you don't find a coin in the shop. You know, you just go and buy it. So once you've got that you practice your 5-year-old cutting out skills, and you end up with you end up with one of these, okay, which is 1/4 of that printout. And then when you've got this, what you've typed in, if I can bring that closer to the screen, is you've typed in, I don't know if this is back to front on yours.
No, it's fine. That's fine.
But you've typed in your details, which are printed up here, okay? And though all that data there is in this, okay? That equals that as far as computers are concerned. So this side is just a label to tell you what it is, because I'll come to a reason why. When you fold this in half that way, and you fold along the lines, okay, and then you've got this, and you fold it in half that way. It's not bad, actually. You're doing it on camera.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Then what you've got is you've got this lovely thing which perfectly fits. Now, what this one is, this is the reason why I put this little title up here, so you can actually remember what it is you've put in this data. So this is a 1797 cartwheel penny, and that is a wallet, and that's the penny. And when you put this in there, like this, and you put your penny in there, okay, there's your barcode, well, QR code. And let me just push that down a bit. There's your penny. And there's your actual bit of information on the top. Just to remind you, if you've got lots of these open and lots of them on the table, you want to know which one to put the thing in. So you just want to know what it is. So scanning that, anyone could actually scan that right now if they've got their camera and they point it at their...
Stay where you are, and I'll do that right now.
Well, let me just get it out of the wallet because it's just a little bit too shiny. So let me just do that. And that'll give you...
It's just taken me to a porn site. No, it hasn't. There's a lot of...
So it's taken, it's got coin, the Sphinx number, found on the 18th of May, 2025, the location it was found, what 3 words, and the notes for rough 1797 cartwheel penny.
There you go. Yeah. So you've just taken that off of that single thing. So... I've had a couple of discussions with you, as you know, and about privacy.
Yes.
And basically, when you go to the website, you fill in the form. The form has to process that into a PDF, simply. Other than that, once it's created the PDF, which is this sheet, it's gone. It's no longer there. Now, your browser itself will remember what you've typed in. So a bit like when you go to a website and you start typing your name in, it brings it up again. That's your browser has cached that, not me. So I don't keep any data because at the end of the day, data costs money to store and data costs money to process. And I'm not interested in, spending a lot of money. And this is free. So as it stands at the moment, but not as it stands forever. It's never going to change. This is free. When you decode it, the data is in the barcode. The data is in the QR code. It's encrypted in there because of it's encrypted not because it has to be, but because of Apple. Okay. If everybody in the world used a Samsung phone, this would not have any issues. It would be just pure text data. But because Apple are difficult, it has to go to the decoder as a place to go to. That's all it is. But the decoder again just decodes it and shows it on your screen. That is it.
So for the uninitiated and untechnological like myself, basically the QR code is what Alan Turing would break, and when Alan Turing breaks it, he comes up with the data within it. It doesn't exist anywhere. It's just data within. Exactly
that. Yeah. I can't understand that QR code. I mean, I don't even understand. Frankly, I don't even understand the actual mathematics to make that. But other people have done all that work already. I don't need to. All I need is the system to create it, which I have. So, I tap into that.
Let's just share. Is that full screen, Dave?
Yes.
So and what I like, what Chris has done is how it works. Really, really simple. So if you're in your 70s, 80s, or whatever. He shows how it works. It's all on his website. He's open about himself. And here, I want to create a label. Now, I use the multiple labels one.
Yeah.
So
and I think realistically that'll end up being the main one anyway.
Yeah. And I love it. You just type in Dave Medal and the coin. You can change that to whatever you want. Spink, whatever. And this is what I love. The what 3 words. Now, I don't know why I've got that in there, but no doubt people are doing that. And then you can put a little description in here, and this will probably open it in a new window.
No, I mean, basically,
it's added
it's pretty much done as soon as it's done.
Yeah. And if I do this, it's gone into a new. You can't see that, can you? That screen. What I've just done.
No, it's the original one with the one.
Yeah, but it's downloaded a PDF now, which I can print off, and it's got buy me a coffee. I mean, for God's sake, Chris, that's like £3 or £4. I think that is definitely worth it. But I will get back. It's so simple to use.
I don't want any money for this. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a lot more to this for me than buying me a coffee, frankly. And I'd rather.
Why you ask for buying me a thing of diesel instead?
Yeah, or petrol even.
But it's that whole thing of if it makes people's lives easier. Yeah, hey, if at some point I get to go on a dig somewhere with people and they go, do you know what, you made that thing and I'm really useful and I really love it. That is payment to actually have people go, I love what you've made, and that makes it worthwhile for me. So
I think we both realise exactly what you mean there, because it means a lot to us people coming to ourselves in the field and saying we watch the show and we enjoy it. We think they're completely and utterly bonkers, but people do. So we totally appreciate what you say.
All the way from Canada.
Canadian.
I've started using it because something which Chris hasn't come upon is I know for a fact that talking to certain people high up in the hobby, as in like really high up, as in involved in committees and things, if I drop down dead tomorrow, I've got all my fines in my cabinets. I've got my dad's fines and everything. A family's left with all those fines and you want to give them to a museum. So, prime example, I drop down dead tomorrow. Family's got loads of coins, artifacts. What do they do with them? They don't want them. So they go to the museum. The museum will not take your fines if they've not got a date they were found and a location. And when I say location, it doesn't have to be what 3 words. We've got what 3 words in there, but you don't have to use it. But it's safe at the end of the day. So those fines, the museum can't take them.
Yeah.
So they end up being sold on eBay or scrapped. And I know for a fact that certain people have passed away with thousands of artifacts and they're not logged or recorded. So this is a perfect way of cataloguing your finds, and it's free.
And I don't underestimate how much work it is to sit there and type stuff in. I mean, the first time I actually made any of these, I was sat there with my wife going, do you remember where we got this one from? And she'd look through her phone and she'd go, oh yeah, it was there. And once I could remember where it was like, oh yeah, and I know where on that field it was, because you kind of do. And I was able to just go, right, okay, approximate what 3 words is about there. And then, yeah, okay, done. Right, I can print that one off and I know where it is. I don't need the picture of it because I've got it in my hand, So
But how good is it if you gave your flow a coin in a pouch with just a QR code?
Yeah.
The flow just scans it and knows all about it. Sadly enough, you have to fill in lots of paper still at the moment. So,
Adrian, as you know, I've just created a new cleaning station stroke finds playing with area at home.
Bit of old furniture.
And for me, this is perfect to type something up in there, Bluetooth it over to the printer, print it out straight in the office, and bung it in.
The hardest part about it is cutting in straight lines.
Again, this is where it would be my downfall.
I've been thinking about this, and if you bought people who are in manufacturing like you, Dave, have you heard of Zebra printers?
Yeah.
actually that wouldn't work because they're thermal and they fade in sunlight. But if you bought a little printer off Temu or TikTok or whatever that was that sort of size, that'd be brilliant. Especially if it was like, yeah, it'd be brilliant.
Here you go, Chris. You've got a chap called what's his name?
Sorry,
mine's gone blank again.
This
Nick
is what
West
we want.
From Metal Detecting War Relics. He said that he'll be using the Relic Tag at the museum.
Oh, awesome!
And I'm pretty sure Lady Martin, who interrupts us occasionally, will also do the same with her own museum that she's a curator for. I think that would be a valuable asset to that.
One of the benefits of this is if you don't fold it, it's just a square. And if someone like at a museum wants a specific label method, it's not that hard to convert this into something else. But I don't want to start that whole too much of that sort of thing. But, but at the end of the day, the system, the technology is in place, the systems are in place. Adjusting how the layout fits a museum, for example, if they've got 10,000 things and they want 10,000 different versions, 10,000 of the same version of something, again, it's possible. I'm not going to say it's that'll, it's not me creating 10,000. I don't have the hard work of doing that bit. I've just got the hard work of rejigging the PDF. So yeah, but at the end of the day, I love it. I love it because it works for me. And if other people love it too, then and as you know, there's on my website the direct contact to me. I'm not hiding behind anything. If you've got a question, if you wanted to see the code behind it all, I'd probably show it to you. As long as you don't steal it.
No. I think having a museum, Nick West's museum is pretty good. They're definitely pretty cool. And hopefully he'll buy you a coffee. But anyone who's got any questions, because my initial thoughts when I got the email from Chris last week was like, oh, how secure is this? And I looked into it, and I've got a bit of a techie background, and I thought this is very clever because, like he said, it's all encrypted. So, you won't go detecting next weekend where you found 2 gold nobles and Chris is sitting there in his car watching you, and waiting, night hawking. It's all encrypted. It's safe. And more importantly, it's free. And I just can't get my head around why you wouldn't use it. We've got Quest for Britannia. Is it an app? No, because that would cost him a lot of money, and Apple would kill him every month.
But you can access it from a website. You can access it from a phone.
Yeah, if you go to it's on the bottom, relictag.com. So just to add the website to your home screen on your iPhone or Android device. But does it save the QR code in your account for when your dog eats the first printout? Actually, that's a very good question. Well, it saves the PDF.
I mean, essentially, in a way, but as soon as you start typing stuff into it, the next time you come to that page, because it's a web browser, it will have remembered what you've put into certain boxes, because it's a web browser, and unless you clear all your data out of your web browser every time you close the web browser, it will remember things you typed in. Like I play with this all day, every day at the moment, and I put in the what 3 words, and when I start typing the what 3 words in, the other ones that I've put in show up.
Well, that happened to me today. Yeah,
but they're not on my server; they're in your browser. So it's like when you type in to Gmail or whatever. If they want to log you in, you type in your Gmail account, and it's already there because you've used that on the browser before. So I just want to clarify this, because obviously the paranoia level is fairly
understandable,
and I understand that. But I'm just super happy people like it. Really, it's nice.
Oh, Nick West, I can see this helping with museum accreditation. Ooh,
There you go. That's cool.
I suppose it is, isn't it?
I've actually got a chat thing open on here. I can't read it because my eyesight's terrible, but yeah, just occasionally glance at it and it's like.
So anyone's got any question? Yeah, anyone's got any questions? I had loads, but Chris answered them all, and I'm using it straight away. I'm using it. I think this is a perfect application for in the Christmas period when we're not detecting, when you're cataloguing your finds, to sit down and just annoy your wife printing loads of things out.
Philip Wills says it would be good if you could create the QR codes in the field where you can get the what 3 words, then print them off when you get home.
I mean, technically, you could. If you're that determined, you could sit in the field where you've just dug your coin up, as long as you've got a 3G, 4G, 5G connection, and you go to your web browser on your phone, you could literally just sit there and type it all in if that made you happy. But your phone would be covered in mud.
Yeah.
And you would be like boring YouTubers who have the phone out all the time and it's spoil metal detecting.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Just
can't
enjoy
comment. To be fair, metal detecting for much of the last year has been a spectator sport for me. So.
Yes. James Barnes, does it show a map of your previous finds also?
No.
No.
How could it? It can't, because it doesn't store anything.
Now, I'll get onto this. So the thing I like about Relic Tag is it is simple, effective, and it does what it says. Chris could introduce loads of other bits and gumps, and that would make it complicated, and then there's data issues. If you just want to tag your finds, and if you use what 3 words, so let's say if you take a photo on your phone, if you want to get really anal about it, your photo will take the coordinates of where you found something.
Yeah.
If you use Google or something. So if you want to get absolutely 100% precise, you could do that, and you could then put that in what 3 words. But for me, I just think a field there, and roughly you could put in the coordinates.
And I am quite conscious of bloat, of when you play with a computer program or an app or something, and you go, "This is great," and the next thing you know, they've added this in and that in and this in and that in, and suddenly it's way beyond what you wanted it for in the first place.
Now, you wanted to make this free, and if you were to add any of the things that people have mentioned or that yourself has mentioned, that's when it starts coming to a subscription, and that's when things start getting messy, not just for you, but for the people who are using it as well.
Yeah,
and
not
easy. Information printed out, folded up, done.
I work in, like I said, I work in websites, and I could make it, where you log in, you subscribe, and it saves all your stuff. But then all of that data is on my shoulders to keep it safe, and I don't want that.
And it also becomes a full-time job for you as well, where you have to manage everything, and you've already got a job.
Yeah.
So cool. It's so cool. I mean,
I'm so glad you like it. I really am.
I mean, when I'm dead, my kids can go, "What's this?" and they scan it, and it says what it is. And when I found
your kid would more likely say, "God, that's that boring that he's got QR codes in him with his finds."
Yes, I spoke to Chris about this. I love QR codes, and I have done for many years. And Chris, I think, has been using them since 20 years.
Yeah. I mean, I use them for work, but it's my biggest fear with creating this. I mean, as I say, I did it for me. I haven't seen anything like it out there, and I was like, surely I'm just missing something. Surely I've missed this big app that someone's made that does it all, and I haven't found any. And so it was that whole thing of small is good. As you can see from the website, there are sections that aren't ready yet, because I thought, well, after I did the metal detecting, I realized that I've also got some purchased coins, which, like the $50, and I thought, well, none of the fields really none of the sections of the page really matched up with what we needed for the coin collecting side. So the next stage was the coin collecting, which is live, and then it got, I live down in the south coast, what they call it, the Jurassic Coast, where everyone goes fossil hunting occasionally on the Isle of Wight and things like that, and so there's more sections of that to make the same thing but with different bits of data, basically. But like I say, the biggest thing for me was nobody has turned around and said, oh yeah, we already use this other thing. So yeah, it's good.
I'm just looking at the chat. James Barnes says, I do geotagging already and put them in Google Earth Pro. Yeah, that's great, James. But when you're dead, can your wife or family access your account? Because a lot of people forget that. And I recommend this now for your Facebook and Google to add a person if you die, because a lot of people forget about that.
The big thing is it's on a piece of paper. It's not on your computer anymore, and even if, some people say to me, well, what if you die and the websites go down and stuff? Well, yeah, but it's still all printed on there. You've got all the details printed as well as, so it doesn't matter if the digital realm that we're in disappears.
We're getting some good comments on here. And I think one of the things we just summed up, which Adrian McStraw said, a great app, certainly be using. Its simplicity is genius. And it's simple and it's not too complicated. And I think this is one of the issues why it's free. And if you start monetizing it, that's when you start adding stuff, that's when you have to monetize it. But there's no adverts. I'll show you again. I'll share the screen for those who just joined the show. It's a lovely little website, works really well on your phone. You can create, this is the one I use. You can create a single label. But I personally go for multiple labels, which is 4 up on an A4. You can put all your information in there. It's absolutely, you can backdate stuff as well, which I like.
If you have your phone available, if you're not watching on your phone,
if I can just say one thing.
I've just created a Relic Tag QR code, which is in the top left-hand corner of the screen there. So that'll take you straight to Relic Tag.
If I can just say one thing, some people often think that you've got to fill in all the boxes. You don't. If you only fill in the word coin at the top, it will still generate a QR code for that word. You can fill in as little of it as you wish or as much as you wish. You don't have to fill in anything in particular. I recommend filling in the title, though, so you can actually remember.
Back in 2 minutes.
I think the only thing I found, which I said to you today, which I think you fixed, was the description didn't fit. So here,
yeah, I've fixed up a lot of things today where I've forced the limitations on what you can fit in. Essentially, I've made the QR code ever so slightly smaller, so you can be a little bit more rubbish with your cutting out. And if someone said to me that there's a particular thing which is absolutely required and I've missed it somehow, then let me know, because as long as we don't break what's there already for anyone, which I won't, we can add features if it's just unbelievably missing. How do I put that? You get the idea. But I don't think I have at the moment, so I think it's very good at the moment. And I personally love scanning things and then going, okay, so what field was that in? And the QR code page, reader page, gives you a link where you just click on the three words and it takes you to what 3 words to that location. So that
especially good for landowners. If you've got a good find and the landowner wants it, he knows exactly when it was found, what it was. Just got a question from Philip Wells. So you can create 4 different tags on one page and save the PDF to your phone.
Yes. I mean,
Yes.
I don't generally save PDFs to my phone because I can never find them again. I work in technology. You know, it's like, you know, I can't find anything on my phone half the time. Yes, you could sit there and you could fill in all the forms. And the other thing about it is the numismatic page, which is a great word. You can fill in one single box and then make 4 of them, because, you know, there's times when you've got more than one coin. And so you can make duplicates of the same thing without having to retype it all. Or you can make individual ones in the 4 boxes on any of the sides of it. So that all works.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to put your website address again up, because it's at the bottom of the screen. People who want to check it out, buy him a coffee as well, because I think Chris deserves it. He doesn't do it for the money, but like people were saying in the chat, this hobby brings so many good people into it. And Chris, you said you've only been to Texting for 2 years, even though now he's got 6 machines and he's got his housing manager to join him, and she detects now.
She out detects me every time.
Yeah, you've had a bad 6 months, haven't you? But we won't go there. He's not found much, and to be fair, I haven't found much in the last 6 months.
To be also, it's not the. I mean, I go out there and it's that whole the land and the beeps, and you know, it's a bit like fishing, as I said to you the other day. You know, I used to do some fishing when I was in New Zealand, and you know, you're talking away to your friends, you're walking and chatting, and then suddenly beep beep beep. Oh, it's all on. It's on like Donkey Kong, as I say, and you know, the conversation stops, because all you're doing now is you're digging a hole, and it's all about, is it a moo tube, is it tinfoil, or is it something interesting? And and occasionally the metal detecting gods make you give you that sort of little extra bit of something just to keep you going. Because like, I mean, just before I found a King John 1199 coin just about an hour after I said to the gods, I said I could walk into a bank vault and still not find a coin.
Yeah, classic.
And then an hour later, there we were. So
Chris, you've created Relic Tag. Have you got any other idea? Well, we spoke about this, but apart from what we spoke about permissions, because you're new to the hobby, and one of the things you struggled with was finding places to go to Texting via clubs and rallies, which we know they keep it close to their heart. In your head, have you got any other sort of technological ideas that you think you don't have to share them, but Relic Tag is such an amazing but simple thing, which I can't believe anyone's not come up with. Have you?
The funny thing is I came up with some stuff before I really even got into the hobby in a big way, and then found that the way the clubs work and the way the permissions are found or meted out, shall we say, you know, it stymied the idea of some websites that I was thinking of, and then I just basically dropped those ideas because it didn't matter. But and then I basically just, so I had this problem, and it's just that whole thing. The only reason why this exists is I've got terrible memory and I've got terrible handwriting.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, so
I've actually learned a word from the website tonight. Ephemera. I've never heard of that word until I googled it. So I've learned something tonight. I've had a few messages behind the scenes, one of which I'm sure you can utilize on your things on there. The first one was Nick West saying he'll be using it at the Relic Museum. The second one is Bob Hance, who we love, who is Ace. He said, "This is a brilliant idea. It might even work in some way to catalogue my huge vinyl record collection, so my boys will know what they are and what they are worth when I fall off the perch." Bob.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I mean, you know, that the website itself, if you look at it, there's antiques and book collections and other collections which I haven't looked at, and partly because I didn't have time, and partly because
Popping to the toilet. Sorry.
I don't know all the forms of all the things you'd need to know. Like a record collection, record collectors will have their own schema, their own etymology of what things they need listed as an importance, whether that's a discog thing or what. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's certainly possible in the future. But it wasn't the reason why I made it. It was just that, you know, it was made for me.
At the moment, obviously, you've got your metal detected labels, you've got your numismatic labels, stamps and philately, which I thought was when somebody said nice things about you. Military and medals, books and ephemera, which
Google came into play here.
General antiques, fossils and natural history. So, to be fair, the list isn't exhaustive, is it?
No, and it's all about just making the right information available for the right people in the right way. And I know a little bit about the metal detecting now, enough to make my own things. And I know enough about coin collecting now to have made some of the things. I had to Google some of it. I had to look it up and find out what things people might put in there. And I'm happy to be wrong. I'm happy to be told that's not how we do it. And it's early enough at the moment to make some changes where it won't break people's data. But it adds in or changes, or I can add in, for example, on the coin collecting side, different gradings, for example. But I think I've covered it. So, you know, like I say,
just had one. Sorry, Chris. I just had one idea. Your labels at the moment have the description, the location, and everything, and stuff like that. But in theory, let's say I had a fossil. Actually, no, not a fossil, a record, and I don't want to slip something. In theory, all I need is the QR code.
Yeah, so, absolutely. But you are dependent on. Hold on a second. Sorry, I've just got to work.
What? Oh, yeah. Chris, we won't say who he works for, but he works from 6 o'clock in the morning till midnight.
Yeah, I work across time zones, unfortunately, for a
big manufacturer.
A big manufacturer in New Zealand. And so they still pay me wages occasionally. And so it's hard. It's hard working those sort of hours, but I'm technically self-employed over here because of the tax laws. So, and just to clarify, the reason I'm back here is because I've got a very old mother, and my wife has a very old mother, and it was time to come back. And,
oh dear, yeah.
So it's time to spend a few years with them rather than regret not coming back for those reasons. But of course,
Adrian and I again could both appreciate where you're coming from.
Yep. Yeah, the benefit is, of course, when my mother lives up in Cambridgeshire, so when I go to see her occasionally, it's like, oh, I'm just coming up to see you. But on Sunday, I'm just going to pop out for a few hours to a dig.
Can I just say, Chris grew up on a farm in the UK, and he never metal detected it. And he bought a cheap metal detector, and he must be kicking himself. We've got a quick question. Stephen Brain, suggestion for an extra field, a PAS number option Yeah. I think, to be honest, I think the Spink. What is it you call it?
Sphinx number or S number or whatever. I don't know how deep. I mean the
identifier. You can put that in the identifier. So rather than
wouldn't the
Sphinx
PAS number be something you'd get a long time afterwards?
Yeah, but that's if you get it back.
However, if you, like Stephen, wanted to now label all his finds, most of them he's already got the PAS number for anyway, so he can add that additionally in the extra information.
Yep.
He could put that in. I think just looking at your fields, you've got identifier, you've got Sphinx number.
I said Sphinx because that's the identifier I use because that's the only one I use. And so I changed it from saying Sphinx only to being an identifier. Therefore, you can put in there. They're all the fields are pretty much
want, can't you?
Free fields. You can put in whatever you want. If you want to put a PAS number in there, so you know what I'm going to say next is that now I'm going to say identifier Sphinx stroke PAS, and then you can put in what you want.
I just thought of another one, but that'll confuse
Go
things.
On. No.
The URL.
Let's talk about these things.
The URL linking the find to the PAS database. In the PDF, would that be?
The problem is we have
it'll be a long URL.
It's not so much. It's not. Yeah, that's the problem. The problem is the amount of data you put into a QR code makes the QR code go from this, which is this one here, right? So that's got no data in it particularly, to this, which has got lots of data
mine.
in it. Sorry. Now the problem is there is a limit on. There's literally a technological limit on what I can fit into 1.5 inches of square and make it still readable. And if you stuck a PAS URL database URL into it, it's a lot of data for essentially not a lot of use, other than there are ways around it. But it gets tricky.
If you just put the PAS number there in the reference, that's good enough. You just go to the PAS
Philip Wills says, you've got your label, create a new one when you've got your PAS number.
Yeah. If you put the PAS number,
the original.
If you put the PAS number into the Sphinx box, Sphinx identifier box, you can put as many things in there as you want, up to about 30 characters. So I don't know how long the PAS number is, whether it's like 4 digits, 5 digits, or 10 digits, or what.
I agree. Put the PAS number in there. That's absolutely fine.
And that then solves the problem, but doesn't make the data any bigger. And I hate to talk technical, but it's just that there are limitations to.
No, Chris, you're talking technical. It's the correct thing to do, because at the end of the day, we got a lot of people who have not heard of the product before, who are firing information at you, and you're able to answer the question automatically from a developer's perspective. So it's
keeping it simple. Simple.
Yeah, and I'm very much a person who likes to make things that are human to use. You get a lot of developers out there who go. I've met a lot of them, and they're very special people. But they have forgotten more than I know. Okay, that's the best phrase for it. But at the same time, they make things that aren't usable. They make things which technically are brilliant, but if you can't use it, nobody's going to do it. And if I made this horrible and hard to use, you'd go, "Oh, it's okay, but I can't be bothered. It's too hard." And if it's too hard, it's pointless. It's pointless creating it. So
if it's simpleton like me, all right, I'm not really a simpleton, but there's people who will go on. Okay, I might be a simpleton, but there's people who might go on to Relic Tag and use it, who aren't as technically gifted as yourselves, or as brilliantly autistic as myself and able to do fantastic things with numbers and things. It'll be simple to use. It's just a matter of inputting information and pressing enter.
For me, the best thing about it is if you mess it up and you get this wrong, you screw it up, throw away, and start another one.
Yeah,
you know, it really, and because it's not stored anywhere. It doesn't matter what you do. You can just make as many of these as you want. And I've got scraps of paper now. When I was making stuff for you guys, it's like, there's bits of paper everywhere. But at the same time, like I say, I was making up some fake ones so you wouldn't know exactly where all the finds are because, hey, I do these things on digs and I don't think they'd be too happy about me giving away where they go. But at the same time, if you mess it up, start again. If you break the website, let me know. If you find that it's not quite printing right, you may have to reduce a character or two here or there if it's not quite right. I think I've covered most of the possible mess ups that can be done.
When I did it, first time I went on, downloaded the PDF template, printed it off, and I'm quite anal about printer settings and everything, and I just didn't change anything, just click print, and it came out absolutely perfect. So, and
that's the only thing that you, if you've got if you've got scaled page, you're going to mess it up. But if you print as is, the PDF is designed to be printed at the size it's at, and it will just print perfectly on any A4 or American printer.
I was going to mention Americans. I was thinking of obviously this can be used internationally. It's that simple.
Yeah. So basically, American page size is slightly shorter and fatter than A4.
Much like the females.
Hey, don't knock it. And so this is designed to. I mean, I had to be quite tight with the fact that you've got 4 things and you have to literally cut down there. There's no gap between them because I didn't want there to be a chance of it not fitting a page. So overall, it's 170 by 170 square, and that will, I don't know what that is in inches anymore. It's 7 inches or something. And it'll fit on any page that you
7
decide
inches.
to put on.
It's so cool though. Look, it's my little wallet there with a coin in, right? And it's got the description there, and there's the QR code.
You're happy, aren't you?
Yeah, I know it's a hammered, but down south, we find a lot of these, but poor old Dave doesn't. But for me personally, like I said earlier, to be able to catalogue all my finds, all my dad's finds.
I don't envy your the effort it's going to be to do it, because that's sort of
but it's like exactly what I said earlier. Come December the 29th, when I've eaten and drunk a lot, it's raining outside. There's nothing to do. I've watched Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3, and probably E.T. And I get out my finds bits, and I can sit there, and it's enjoyable. And also, in an autistic kind of way, it's all in order. And if it isn't in order, it can be in order.
We've had a shocking start to the year this year with the weather, and it's the perfect opportunity for people who engross themselves in a hobby to sit aside and catalogue the finds.
And you end up with it looking pretty much like this, where you've got loads and loads and loads of them, and it can be a little bit overwhelming in some ways because but that's exactly why I put. That's exactly why I put on the back the little title line.
Yeah,
at the very top. I can't get my thing to focus because it's rubbish.
But also, when I see a QR code, I want to scan it.
Yeah,
and that's a 50-year-old man talking. So in 20 years' time,
50. Tell the truth.
Yeah. I know I look 40. 53.
Tell the truth. Because you're older than me
53.
and I'm not 50. You said a 50-year-old man.
I'm 53.
Yeah, but you said a 50-year-old man. You're 53, not 50. Don't try making yourself younger
Yeah,
than
but
me.
if I was 56, I'd be nearly 60. Anyway, the QR codes, like they're sort of how can I put it? They're quite new to us, even though they're not new. But in 10 years' time, if youngsters, it'll be, since COVID, when you scanned the QR code on the table in the pub or the restaurant bar menu come up, they're going to evolve and evolve and evolve. And I just think, even me, if I pick up a coin and I see a QR code on it that falls out of my cabinet, just scan it. Oh, yeah, that goes on draw. But you could, oh my God, I thought of other ideas as well. You could, why is he watching? Sorry, my son's in the chat. You could even create a QR code for draws.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a parts bin location in many ways.
Yep.
And that's actually, that's part of my job.
Wayne Rowlands has just said he makes cabinets, and he makes the cabinets with obviously the circular cutouts. He's going to have to start dealing with the square cutouts to put them in now.
Unfortunately, I can't make these round. They're just not designed that way.
Squares.
Adrian's thinking of a cabinet now.
No, I'm just thinking of things because
I'm liking the one that Bob said about the vinyl, because I've recently started collecting vinyl again, which I've yesterday took collection of Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds original vinyl double LP.
Oh, true story. True story. War of the Worlds.
Good album.
Same as ET. True story.
I mean, here's the question then. Really, is anyone in the chat actually made some in the last hour? Have they actually done any? That'd be the question, I guess. Have anyone cut any out and tried it?
Probably not, Chris. Because
anybody tried it yet? And if not, you've got 15 minutes to do one. Nick Berry, yes, he does engrave them onto metal. He made some big detecting show key rings where he engraved the QR code onto the key ring for us. So Donna goes around and flashes Mary at everybody. Sorry, key code at everybody.
Stephen Brain, no, but we'll be doing it for the rest of the night. Andrew T's got the website open. We were listening. They're all talking about all the worlds now.
If I can say one thing about the website, if it starts going really slow because people will start really hammering it, just come back to it later, because obviously if I don't know how it's going to hold up to any sort of serious amount of printing, so it should be fine, But I just want to make sure that people are aware if it starts causing a problem, then just come back to it in an hour's time.
Stephen Brain, where does he get the wallets from? Now, I know Chris doesn't want to make money from this, but I personally would put an Amazon link in there.
Start selling them.
No, not selling them, but putting an Amazon referral link in there, because he might own. If someone buys 100 wallets, Chris will make like 50p. But why not? Because
I didn't know people. I mean, again, it's that whole thing of I didn't know that people didn't have millions of these around.
Some people don't. Some people don't. But they're better. They're very thick plastic. Yes, thank you, Philip Wills. An affiliate link. So if you just put an affiliate link in there for the wallets,
I better get an Amazon account first, eh?
You should. I highly recommend it, because those wallets are really good. And you could even get like A4 sheet size ones that are 3 across and 9 deep, I think. And they fit in a ring binder as well. So
you got the weekend. It's piddling down with rain. You get your fines out.
Excuse me.
You get your composite cleaning pencil kit out. You clean your fines up. And when you're finished cleaning it, you go onto Relic Tag, make yourself a tag, stick it in your little Relic bag, nice and clean by the composite cleaning pencil, nicely tagged by the Relic Tag. What could be better? Adrian's disappeared. He's gone for a wee or something again.
50-year-old bladder.
53. I'm not having him younger than me.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't. I didn't think about the monetization of this sort of stuff and the affiliate links because it wasn't on my radar. It wasn't something I was doing this for. But
the likes of an affiliate link, Chris, it's always nice to. It's nice for me and Adrian to get good feedback from the viewers of the show, the readers of the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine, Adrian producing the Treasure Hunting magazine. It's nice for you to get good feedback from people who were utilising Relic Tag.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's always nice. There will be somewhere for you, somewhere, even if it's the domain name or the website server needs paying for. And it's always nice just to get a little bit back from your affiliate link.
Absolutely.
That can pay it off.
Yeah.
I think also if I'm going to be using Relic Tag all the time now, but I need to buy some more plastic wallets. And if I buy them off Amazon for, I don't know, 10 quid for 1,000, I'd pay 10 quid for 1,000. If I went directly on Amazon, I'd pay 10 quid for 1,000. Whereas if I go through Chris, he's going to get 50p or 20p, and times that by 100, it all adds up. I think you should do it, and I really do. I think, but I think you should do options as well, like the ring binder ones for those who haven't got them.
This is where the lack of knowledge from my side comes. I mean, yes, it's great to have this great idea and stuff, but I didn't even know the ring binder thing existed. The ring binder coin holders. And there you go. So it's that whole thing of, fresh eyes.
I was going through my dad's coin collection the other day.
Got some in the other room.
And I'll show it on the show next week. I'm very excited about it. So basically, it's a trifold sheet of cardboard or card that folds out. So it's like 3 A4 sheets, and it's got holes cut out, and it's got every single sixpence in there. So it's got like 60 sixpences all in there. That my dad found metal detecting or through his gymnastic. I can never say it. Sounds like spastic. But it's and why has no one produced that? But there's a lot of good coin storage things out there. But I think the ring binder one I like a lot because it's like a book, and it's got a QR code on the back. Oh my god, it's just like heaven, isn't it?
James Barnes is saying it's a good idea. Index mechanism for locating finds in cabinets. I use notebooks now. Barcode books.
Sorry?
Barcode books.
Oh, books. Sorry,
books.
I struggled to Sorry?
Books. Got a 2 O's, so it's oo. It's not o. It's oo. Books.
Oh, dear.
But you don't... How do you say choose?
Choose. Ooh. Choose.
Yeah,
you don't say choose.
You got it wrong.
You don't say choose.
Yeah. Oh, God. Choose. Yeah, anyway.
Choose.
We're going to dialect. He thinks I'm a Cockney, Chris, just because I live like closer. I'm not, because I live closer to London than him, but I'm not. Clearly, you need a coin cabinet, Adrian. Hint. Yes, I do, Chris. Well, actually, no, I don't. Wayne, sorry. God, it's confused. Wayne, I've got a nice cabinet that my dad left me, but I'd love to buy one off you when I need one.
It's all right, Wayne. The hints will be going to his children, who one of them's watching the show.
Yeah, I don't know why. 22 years old boy. What's he doing watching this? He should be
West Ham playing. Oh, God.
Soccer.
Do the ring binder sleeves need to be acid-free plastic?
Now that's a very good question. So historically, they weren't, but now they are. So even the Chinese, well, they say they are, but I wouldn't really. If you're a high level numeralist or whatever, you get anal about that. But if you're pulling something out of a field that's been full of cow poo and pig poo and whatever for hundreds, thousands of years,
Yeah,
I don't think that really matters.
I mean,
You know, I've got an issue when it comes to plastic as well. To me, if you're putting something in plastic, it's got to sweat. So I used to put all my fines, and a lot of them are still in little brown paper envelopes.
The problem with that is you can't see through them.
No,
can't.
And
it's not going to sweat and decay.
The coins I've got from my dad are from late 60s onwards. I've not had a few of them are a little bit sticky, like the plastic's a bit degraded, but they're still going. Plastic doesn't look. It's like lead when we're detecting. We'll pull it up and it's going to be there forever. Plastic, sadly, doesn't.
Plastic is the future. We should have more plastic.
Yes, and Bakelite as well.
We should burn everything in the garden as well instead of taking the tip.
What? Yes, it's funny. I've got to burn a fence. What a great show tonight! I really enjoyed you coming on, Chris, and I think
I've really enjoyed it. I was quite nervous, to be frank, because I've never done this before. But and realistically, just so you know, this website's only been live for a couple of weeks. It's not.
Yes.
It's not that old. It's just, so you'd be lucky to find it on Google and stuff like that.
I think that's one of the things. When things are free, they're harder to find. Whether you're looking for anything on Google, it's always the highest visits, top page.
And I'm very happy for people to share this with other people. It's that whole. I mean, I've come across quite a few gatekeepers, as I mentioned. When you try and sort of giving something away. You put it on you contact the admins of certain Facebook groups and things, and they go, well, that's promotion. We're not going to put it up. And I'm like, well, I'm trying to give it back. I'm trying to give back here. I'm not trying to sell anything.
Yeah, but people
you're
don't.
More than welcome to utilize the Big Detecting Show, Chris.
Yeah,
Facebook group. More than welcome to use that.
Thanks.
And if you're any good in Canva or whatever apps you got, if you want to do an advert, we're happy. All right. So in your creative suite, create a little video. We could play that on the show, couldn't we, Dave?
We've got the adverts at the start of the show, which you're seeing, Chris. We're more than able to add something to that. However,
watch the music.
Oh yeah, I'm aware of that. And
we get strikes all the time.
It has to be. I mean, I know I'm talking technical again here, but of course, for those who play with Facebook a lot, there's the Facebook audio system which you can jump into and use any of their audio clips that have got music that people submit to, and then it doesn't get striked by anyone really because it's already been copyright ticked, if you like.
Yeah.
Well, you knew that already.
We use certain adverts with copyright ticks, but Google still keeps kicking us off about things. Yeah. Don't we, Dave? We get
we some of the video creating suites that we use, the music that comes with them as part of the licensing deal to use the suite. We get copyright strikes on them, even though they're provided for you and you paid for it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I have to do it mime then, or interpretive dance.
Well, if you could do interpretive dance in a medieval style,
hand language or sign language.
Yeah.
But
that's obviously for the listeners on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh, how are we going to get around? Can we not do a verbal braille?
What about using African clicking?
Yeah.
Do it like that.
Kenyan clicking. I think a lot of people are really pleased with tonight's show, and I'm glad because we do try to bring you a lot of new things in the hobby. And thank God Chris come on board tonight, because I don't think I've got excited about a product since multi-frequency was launched on metal detectors, and that's saying something.
And metal detecting news.
Yeah, metal detecting news. Yes, definitely. But sorry, I've just had a message come up on my computer.
And although, we do take the Michael out of Lady Donna, we think that's probably why Adrian and I haven't been invited to a 70th birthday shenanigans as part of Team Big Detecting Show. So,
yes, it's a saga holiday. I think it's a saga holiday. But Donna will be back soon. Sorry about that, but she'll be back. But
not next week.
Donna, if you're listening in your car, in your Ford Cortina, Dave just pulled his fist down and smiled. So I don't know what that means. Pull a toilet chain or something. But yeah, we're nearly finished, Dave. Chris,
yes, we
top
are,
man. And Chris, this year's rallies, the ones that we're attending, we're looking forward to seeing you there. I spoke to you earlier about that, especially the Rodney Cook. Which will be coming out soon, we hope, with Detectable, not this year. But look at the man. There's Chris. There's the face. If you see him at rallies, give him a hug, give him a kiss.
Yes.
Run your fingers through his hair.
Yeah. Thank God. I wish I had that. And thank him so much for donating. He's donating. Yes. RelicTag.com. So top man, Chris, and I'll be in touch.
Okay, I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Great show. And
I appreciate it, Chris.
Thank you for not turning around and saying we do this already.
So for those of you who can't read, it's relictag.com. Quite simple.
Yes. At the bottom
so we will be back at the same time and the same place next week as ever. We will hopefully have a guest lined up. We haven't, because we are waiting for other people who we will have a guest. We don't know who, but we have a legion of people to speak to. So without further ado, we will bid you adieu, and we will speak to you same time, same place next week. Thanks again, Chris.
Bye, everyone. Cheers, Chris.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks.